Swami Vishnu-devananda talks about palm reading and the end of the panel discussion. Hari Om Tat Sat. This is Sivananda Yoga Camp.
Our guest speaker, very famous scientist, psychiatrist, professor, a man who has done 40 years of research study on the great phenomenon of reincarnation. Just a few hours ago he came to my house and he was discussing, and then he told, I never knew, that he is from Montreal. He is born in Montreal. He got his first degree in McGill University. Of course now he is in Virginia. He said he used to visit all the Laurentians that all Montreal people do. Those days there was an auto route, the old highway. And he said, he's an American. I said, no, I'm a Canadian. You changed. You reincarnated. He reincarnated in America, though he was born in Canada. I born in India, I reincarnated in Canada. So, first let us give a warm welcome, and later on, Swami Vishnu will give an introduction to him, and then he will present today and also tomorrow, 2 days, about this very important subject, as we have past life and also future life. Our life is not going to end because we are going to stop breathing. We have to come back again. Yogis are not worried about dying. They are worried about how to come back again and continue all these things. Imagine if I had to come back again and start coming find another Laurentian mountains and find a yoga camp and find all the people you are from different parts to bring here, and I don't want that. So yogis are afraid of rebirth, not dying. Dying is wonderful. My problem is over. I don't have to worry about paying taxes. I don't have to worry about how to pay the money for mortgaging the ashrams, etc. Plus, I don't have to worry about paying the various type of karmic diseases taking place in this body with any amount of money, doctors, and various types of drugs and psychiatrists. Still, I'm unable to find peace, happiness, or health. Thousands and thousands of years people are having doctors and hospitals and psychiatrists, etc. Yet man suffers. Why? You will find out that the whole purpose of this symposium is to tell you your suffering is not just caused because of some virus and germs. There are secondary. The main cause is your karma. And the greatest disease is birth. Birth itself is a disease. And it doesn't matter what baby you are, where you are born, the first thing every baby did is cry. That means it's very painful. Birth is very painful. So now, Swami Vishnu will give an introduction, and then let's give a warm hand to our Dr. Sivananda.
Before I introduce Dr. Stevenson, he requested that we not tape or videotape any of his presentations, so if you please honor that request, discontinue any recording of his speech or any videotaping of it.
These philosophical or psychiatrists and people deal with the mind, that hand. If I had that hand and that life, the headlight looks like that, I will be living in imaginary world, mostly in madhouse. Because I can't do anything intellectually, any practical possible. That's what I was looking whether he's there. Your life is very straight, isn't it? Fairly straight. But not fairly straight. It's not going like this. It's going like that. Look at the difference between my life like that, and your life mostly straight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So his line is this is my headline, and his headline is like that. Thank God, if his headline is like this, he won't be a psychiatrist. He will be just talking only about all the imaginary things. But it's where it becomes reasonable. So the philosophical hand plus the headline is like interpreted. So it's compensated. But suppose he has got a square hand like mine, like this square hand, and then if I have a headline like his headline, then I'll be just a dry intellect. Nothing possible, no emotions will be there. Constantly arguing and mathematical calculations and only intellectual things. Now another point, another line is I'm going to take the fate line. And again, at 45, I must die. In fact, I died. And you can also see the fate line. At this point, there's a break. The fate was supposed to exactly coincide. Now, watch here again. You can see fate line. There is a breakage. It's nothing.
Yes.
No? And look at this coincidence. In your hand, the fate line. Then it is straight.
Yeah, I think it is straight.
It's straight. There's no breakage, is it not?
Swamiji has a little break in his smile.
Oh.
That's true.
And so the fate means I must die. This energy pattern is already created in the astral body, and I will not be able to escape. Then, look at that another line. To compensate. Have you seen health line? Health line, health line, and also another double line starting from the fate line, like sister line. This is called sunlight. This one. Sunlight also success line. If you want. That means I don't know whether this one. Yes, okay, you got success line. You'll be very famous. This is the fate line, and it's broken here. In his hand, it's unbroken, and then he also has a success line. This generally takes place after 40 or 45, 50 success line, sunlight. If this line takes place along with the fate line, he will be definitely successful and world famous. And you can see clearly that success line, fate line, very clear. This very rarely you can see the people are very successful people or famous people. This line will be there, but generally it starts only the later part of the life. It better start very early. Then, in my case, this plus also you can see a cross here, a mystic cross. If this mystic cross exists in this area, he will be a kind of mystical person or a Swami or a yogi, whatever it is. Can you see the mystical line there? The cross?
Oh, yes. Yes, I can see that.
Okay, now see you got a cross there?
No, I'm not trying to be a yogi.
You can be a psychiatrist. You can analyze others' mind, but you won't analyze your own mind. So this is mystical light in the center of the heart. This is called mystic cross. They call it mystic cross. Just these three patterns of the energy. Why? Again, in fact, it starts slowly getting deeper, this island. The cure is taking place in my body, energy pattern. And this in another 10 years, if there is something happens, you can see this will be completely changed. Your life will not be always same. As energy changes in the actual body, your life also will change. So also your facial expression. Your old face, you have a long face, long chin, eyebrows, the broad forehead or short forehead, and the tongue is long. Anyhow, all this shows there is another body within this body Your physical body is only projection of that mode, not the other way around. Because you have physical body, you got an astral body. It is because you have astral energy body, the rest of the body is, if there is an injury in the past life, you can see, maybe I must have killed somebody in the past life at 45. In my left hand I can see clearly, I must die, maybe in a car accident, maybe in knowingly or unknowingly I must have killed somebody. And that was the energy which shows in my left hand. Then I must do some good karma also. And then again, I was in the first bite, I was in the Himalayas, a long story, I almost dying with the gangrene. And that is just sufficient. If you look into my picture, this shows completely, I had a diabetic neuropathy, and then I did not have any feeling, and the frostbite, and then they amputated almost. All the fingers grew back, the toes grew back. In fact, they want one of the toes, they want to amputate in Bombay. Then I was in Germany. Now look at how the energy passes, how the body knows exactly to reconnect. And I'll show you the picture later on in go back, how the gangrene took place and what was the condition of my toe. That toe exactly grew back like original shape. What's that behind it? To create, how do the toes know when to stop growth? Why cannot go a little further than that way? Or why not go bigger? Exactly like that. So there is some mysterious force inside energy. This energy actually creates the physical shape. So if there is a defect in the by a bullet wound or a stab wound, etc., the energy is broken. And that's why when you are taking next, in the mold, there is no, the mold is not complete. Because suppose you have a mold, you are having a statue, you are molding in a mold. But if there is a hole in that mold, then the statue will have a hole also. That's not sufficient to understand. Because these phenomena, why you are not able to understand, why you are not able to explain for, because you don't believe in the astral system, the energy bodies. That's why the whole problem exists even now, even to explanation what you are given about. But still you know something is happening, but you don't know how, but now you understood that. Now, conclusion. As you heard, people died, they all came back, they are able to repeat the story. Now my question is, Hitler also put a bullet. It went this way, I don't know, that way it came up in that exists with Roger, maybe. This like any other bullet. Will that Hitler will come back? I'm asking a psychiatrist, a question from psychiatrist's point of view, as we have seen. What do you think? Hitler will come back?
Hitler will come back.
Hitler will finish, he's dead now, gets put a bullet? Answer.
No, I wouldn't want to say anything about that.
Why? If children can have bullet wound and die and come back, why not Hitler?
Oh, he could come back. I'm not predicting he will.
Why not? We are afraid of predicting. We are afraid that, oh my God, people will say, oh, you are bad because Hitler is going to come.
No, I don't mind predicting under some circumstances.
Now he's not a philosopher. That would be so. He's a psychiatrist, that's fine. But philosophically, if a child can have wound and can back and sprain in previous life and so forth, Hitler also will come back. Mussolini also will come back. Stalin also will come. Even Ravana, the prehistorical demons also will come back. So comes, in fact, he can reincarnate he has. We also come back. Dr. Stevenson may not know. Unless I had some connection in the past life, you will be sitting in the same chair, we are supposed in the same stage, and talking almost the same thing. He's talking in another level. So are the other, our scientists, Dr. Superman and
Dr. Grad.
all these people also talking in a different language. We have some connection in the past life. So also, and yesterday, what is the Fisher? Is there? Okay. We all have something in common in the past life. We all came simultaneously at 20th century. I don't know which year you were born. I don't know which year you were born.
1918.
I'm born in 1927. Sivananda, how which year you were born?
Well, I guess 1949.
1949. And Fisher, which year you were born?
47.
47. That's the year I met my master. You are not born, but you were born in 47. That year I went to Rishikesh, Himalayas, I met my master. That's not coincidence. So most of you are born at certain times, and he is only 2 years ahead of me. But look at his health and his stature and his thinking. It's almost like me. Only thing he's explaining in the modern psychiatrist way that his hand shows. He will not talk about philosophically. He is only going to talk like scientifically and like a psychiatrist. And that he's doing definitely. And his hand also, and he's going to be very famous. The fingers there, that's the line shows. Very rarely, and I don't have the time to say. So your facial expression, even the forehead shows you are very intellectual. But also, you are not too emotional, because you are. But the philosophical fingers and hands gave you this psychiatrist temperament. Otherwise, you will be too intellectual. Only you calculate 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. You will be thinking in that way, but you are not in that type of mathematical calculations. You have some emotional aspect by the hand. What my conclusion is that people will come. The death is not going to end, and when all our karma becomes very bad and negative, he will come again another like a demon and create more concentration camps. Only you can nullify the effect. He will come. His effect will not be felt by anybody else if you are going into higher dimension. And all the people who died in the concentration camp, they will come back also. And all the people soldiers died in the Vietnam War. Women, all the American soldiers died in Vietnam, they are finished, they will come back. And they are coming back. And they are very angry. Because they are sent to Vietnam, which is not their fault, and to fight a war which they do not know why they are fighting. We mentioned they are not angry, just like you gave a story of that man who wants to constantly take revenge. Because the shotgun was last this year. And in this life he wants to take revenge on that man constantly. How many thousands of these people, soldiers, are angry in the reborn now, and they want to destroy America because they sent the Vietnam War, and they will come as terrorists in America. Though they are born in America, they were going to destroy the American culture, American society. So all the thousands of people, millions of people died in the concentration camp. They are crying about the whole human race. You all kept quiet when we went to concentration camp, and they are burning alive all the coming up in that Auschwitz and other places. You all kept quiet. They are not angry. They will come back and they will start the Third World War. So your karma is not going to end, because whatever that he said is true, the exact logic point of view. But we cannot stop only on the few people who killed themselves by accident, but also people who died in the Vietnam War or in concentration camp. They will come back. And they will take revenge on the whole human race. They will be born as new generals, new presidents, and they will try to create problems far beyond the imagination. So every piece of curiosity, if you understand that an astral body, psychic body, your physical mode is only created from that. If there are any distractions, any breakage in that will can be seen in the physical body. This also sometimes is experiment for in salamander. Then I conclude this. Salamander. If there is any breakage, in fact, they can grow if portion is lost. Some animals also can, when the tail is lost, they can grow the tail. Salamander also can do. But they took the Keralian photography, and some place energy pattern is very deep. And that place, the salamander cannot grow the fast. Energy is very big, low voltage, very, very low voltage, if you want to talk it scientifically. And they are unable to. So the prana, we call psychic energy, when very low, you will have deformed leg, deformed things. This can happen by drugs, like a thalidomide case. The pregnant mother took the thalidomide, and the energy pattern is changed. The fetus are born with the deformed hands and deformed legs, which all know for thousands of them, babies. And so the energy pattern can be destroyed by drug, alcohol, and also by not only physical injury, like he mentioned, by cutting the with swords and so forth. Any drug can destroy, and the future life, you may see this come in the form of deformity. As I shown many pictures in the karma and disease, This also happens because their mental pattern change. They must be in a mentally, they are unable to carry on. And so they destroyed some people's life or something they must take. So their energy is exactly going to duplicate as they create karma, law, karma, action, reaction. So if you understand this energy body exists, which is the real body, then you will have no problem to explain all these things. But if you are only going to explain only on the physical side, then you have any amount of argument you will not be able to answer the question properly and scientifically. You can just give very vague ideas as you give it. This I can do. And I can give more some other time. When I have more time, I'll explain this astral body and the energy patterns and all the hands and then exercise I'll explain some other time. Thank you for taking your valuable time. Now you can ask any questions.
Swami, yes. I just want to make the point. You must realize that Dr. Stevenson is taken seriously because he's very careful and very cautious.
I know, that's why I invited it.
If he was to write about the astral body, people would say, that Stevenson, he's gone crazy.
I know, that's true. Your point of view and my point of view. I'm only telling, at present, he is talking about what he saw. A child was shot and then he got informed. He can explain that. But he doesn't still able to explain. In this life, because when you took another birth, why that body shows that deformed place, the deformity. This he is not able to explain. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, my theory may not be right from your point of view.
I think your theory is right, but I think Dr. Stevenson...
I don't know. I'm not blaming him. I'm very, very happy. I'm broke my head for my illusion, ignorance. But he has opened the thousands and millions of people's life to bring this idea. Even my own secretary, Swami Karthika, and even she was in, she was minister and she wants to give a lecture on reincarnation, she doesn't know. And suddenly she saw in the newspaper Dr. Stevenson's research work, and she was quoting Dr. Stevenson. He never was that one. At that time, maybe she must be, how old you were, maybe 14, 15, 16. But anyhow, you opened thousands of people's eyes to your explanation and scientific thorough investigation, because there is no flaw. Not he is like philosopher like me, only imagining things, He has explained everything scientifically. That's why in Sand also shows he will explain only in scientific terms, not just like me. I can just go and say blah 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 blah. You don't believe my way. But no scientists will believe the way I say. You got astral body and your astral pattern changes. No scientist will believe. Maybe in the future they will find out. But now they believe him, and I'm very, very grateful for inviting you. And I'm not against what you are doing. I'm more than happy to invite you. In fact, I told this morning that if you did not come, and he said, "Oh, you will not be disappointed with me because I will not be able to explain everything." So I said, "No, if you did not come, I will be disappointed." And you came. I am more happy than ever. So all of the scientists, Dr. Seaman and Dr. Fisher and Dr. Brad and Dr. all these people, so many doctors. I'm very grateful to some, though I argue constantly, but that's not because it's not I just because my interest says something is not complete. So when I see that, my square hand always make you. Plus my eyebrows, you can see. I can jump on. You all watch my nature, you see. That's what I want to just say. Some of the practical points. Maybe Dr. Stephen, now you take, I won't open my mouth.
That has been, I feel, grossly neglected in conventional scientific studies. This energy has properties that are quite unique and extremely important, I feel, for an understanding of how the body is formed, maintained, and healed if it goes awry. And I was extremely pleased to be at this meeting because coming to this meeting also was Dr. John Zimmerman, who's sitting at my right, who has continued studies on these healings along the lines of energy, but the specific form of that, extremely low frequency energy, or as he said, ultra low frequency energies. And I feel that this is a very significant and important development, and totally in line with my own perceptions. I think we're going to be learning a lot of things, and I think that what we're learning will be important, as I say. It will be very important for science, and I think also will bring along a new perception of spiritual matters. When healers say, I receive this energy, I feel this energy is all around us, I'm able to transmit it, we'll be able to get much more in tune with all these statements, in close contact with all these statements than has been before. And we will see that these are not just empty mouthings made by people who are somewhat deranged, but that they're really true perceptions of a reality which is extremely important for all of us. I think that'll be all I'll say.
Thank you, Dr. Bernard. This hand healing is known to everybody, whether you believe or not. Suppose you keep your knee on a dark night on a lamppost, hot, and what do you do first thing? What do you do first? You grab and then take a deep breath. That means you are transferring the prana, the healing energy which Dr. Bernard was talking about. Everyone does. A mother, a child suffering structure should have the foundation. Happen to every day, to everybody. Investigated, they thought some kind of hallucination, some kind of stupidity, but no more. Now scientists believe that such things, and Dr. Bernard brought that subject very well. And more questions you can ask. Okay, now Dr. Zimmerman.